Sri Lanka marked World Habitat Day today with a national ceremony at Temple Trees attended by President Andrakumara Dissanayake, Minister of Urban Development, Construction and Housing Andra Karnatilaka and the First Secretary of the High Commission of India Navya Singla, among other dignitaries. The international theme for this year's World Habitat Day is Urban Crisis Response, while Sri Lanka celebrated the day under the national theme A Place to Belong, a Beautiful Life.
සාපේක්ෂව අපි මේ අවුරුද්දේ අඩු ආදායම් ලාභී නිවාස 3854කට.
Relative to previous years, we have allocated funds for over 3,854 low-income housing units this year, with work to be completed by December. Furthermore, we're working to complete over 2,000 resettlement houses in the north and east, allocating 1.5 million rupees per house. In the plantation sector, we are starting work on over 4,500 housing units to meet the essential needs of those innocent people. We have also granted loan facilities for close to 4,500 homes under a 1 million rupee loan scheme to satisfy the needs of the lower income segments. In addition, a large number of houses are being built with the assistance from the governments of India and China, supplemented by funds from our national treasury. Accordingly, we have begun work on approximately 10,000 to 15,000 housing units this year alone. The current government is systematically solving this housing issue, which is one of the most pressing fundamental human rights issues. It is the government's paramount duty to provide a home for every citizen in our country. Let us all unite to overcome this challenge.
අපි හැමෝම එක් වෙලා මේ අභියෝගය ජයග්‍රහණය කරමු.
The declaration issued by United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres for World Habitat Day was formally announced by UN Habitat Sri Lanka Program Manager Harshini Halangoda.
United Nations Secretary-General Mr. Antonio Guterres.
The ceremonial handover of the 1,000 completed houses built under a program led by the National Housing Development Authority for nearly 4,000 impoverished families was performed by the President online. A symbolic grant for the proposed Ambatale water supply project was presented to the President at the event. This project is to be implemented with the assistance of the Indian government and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, or the CDRI, facilitated by the UN Habitat Sri Lanka office. In a significant move to resolve long-standing issues, 357 beneficiaries symbolically received their title deeds out of 1,000 deeds that had been delayed for various reasons. Additionally, 157 families symbolically received checks for 1 million rupees each as part of a program to provide financial grants to 1,000 poor families who lack the economic capacity to construct a house. President Andrakumara Dissanayake also presented certificates to the winners of several competitions held to mark World Habitat Day. In celebration of World Habitat Day, 1,000 houses built by the National Housing Development Authority under the project titled A Place to Belong, a Beautiful Life were handed over to beneficiaries today. The project aims to construct 3,854 houses nationwide for low-income families, with the government providing a grant of 1 million rupees per house in phased installments. Each house is valued at approximately 2 million rupees. Several houses constructed in the northern and eastern provinces under the project titled A Place to Belong, a Beautiful Life were handed over today. These remarks were made by Member of Parliament Lal Premanath during the inauguration of 67 houses in the Mathura district.
In
the past, Ranil Wickremesinghe's government started something called Urumaya. A single event cost 15 million rupees. If a beneficiary who receives a home earned 2,000 rupees a day, they would have to work for 23 years just to earn the amount that Ranil Wickremesinghe spent on that single event. Later, there was an Urumaya LRC land distribution event held in Bogambara. The two people responsible for that event are now under arrest. They spent another 15 million rupees just on that ceremony. How many 1 million rupee houses could you build with that? You could build 15 houses like that. but 15 million rupees was spent just on the function. Afterwards, under the same Urume program last year, 164 businessmen were invited to the United National Party headquarters. Both of the responsible individuals are now under arrest. They collected around 3 to 4 million rupees from each person, defrauding a total of 100 million rupees. They brought the 164 businessmen to the party headquarters, took them to a hotel and promised to give them the Urumea deeds. They haven't issued the deeds and have defrauded 100 million rupees. Now, 2 UNP members are in jail for it. How many houses could be built with 100 million rupees? 100 houses like these could be built. 100 plus the 15 houses lost to ceremony costs. That's 115 homes. In our own district, we are only opening 67. This is how the public funds for housing development are being wasted. There is also something else. Look at our current opposition leader, who was the housing minister in the past. Look into the games he played when he was the Minister of Culture. He gave houses to some people, and those people are still paying off the loans. He builds the houses, holds the ceremonies, puts up the billboards with his name, and grandly opens the houses with a huge show. In the end, the beneficiary pays the loan until they die. This is what happened to the country, and it must be stopped. There was another person, Vimal Veerawamsa, who talks with a loud voice like a drum. Remember, when he was the housing minister, he used housing development funds to build and give out luxury houses to his own relatives. I can't even say the value of those houses. Unfortunately, some of our former housing officials were also involved in these activities. We must stop these things.
මේවා අපි නතර කරන්න ඕන මේවා